Guys, listen up. Women might not say it outright, but there are 5 undeniable signs she's dying to talk to you. Trust me, these aren't random behaviors, they're calculated hints you might be missing. You think she's just preoccupied? Think again. Her actions are louder than any words, you just have to know how to read them. Stick around because the 5th sign will completely flip the way you've been interpreting her behavior. And here's the kicker. By the end of this video, I'll drop an even deeper truth that will change how you approach these moments forever. Don't miss it. 1. The lightning strike look. All right, picture this. You're sitting in a room, maybe with a group of friends or at a cafe, and you feel her eyes on you. For a fleeting moment, she locks eyes with you. It's quick, like a flash of lightning in the sky. But just as fast as it happens, she looks away, pretending she was never staring in the first place. You're probably thinking, that was random. She's probably just zoning out. Nope, that glance wasn't just a coincidence. It's what I like to call the lightning strike look. This is her way of testing the waters, but in stealth mode. She doesn't want to be obvious, but she definitely wants to see if you're paying attention. Think of it as her sending out a subtle signal, almost like she's setting a trap to pull your attention toward her. She's wondering, did he notice? Did he take the bait? It's playful, it's intentional, and it's way more calculated than you realize. The truth is, she's letting you know she's intrigued, but she's also guarding herself from appearing too eager. Why does she do this? Because nobody wants to come across as too forward or desperate, but here's where it gets fun for you. If you notice this quick glance, you've caught on to something most guys miss. She's not making a full move toward you, but she's opening the door just a crack. It's your job to nudge it open a little more. Now, here's the kicker. Most guys write this off as nothing. They think their mind is playing tricks on them. Don't be one of those guys. When you catch her in that split-second glance, don't just brush it off. Smile, give her a little eye contact back, or strike up a casual conversation when the moment feels right. And trust me, when you respond to her lightning strike look, her whole vibe will change. She's waiting for you to catch on. And if you do, you're already winning her attention. But guess what? This is just the start. The next sign, oh, it's even bolder, and it has everything to do with the way she positions her body. 2. The magnetized body shift. Here's one most guys overlook because it's so subtle, but not if you know what to look for. When a woman is dying for you to make a move, her body language starts reflecting it, whether she realizes it or not. I call this the magnetized body shift. Basically, her physical presence draws her closer to you, even when she's trying to play it cool. You might catch her standing taller when you're near, straightening her posture or leaning just slightly in your direction. Or maybe she's seated, but her whole body is subtly angled toward where you are. These aren't random movements. This is her subconscious way of creating an opening, both literally and figuratively, for you to step into. One of the biggest giveaways? Open body language. Her arms will be uncrossed, her posture relaxed, and she might position her hands closer to you. Compare this to someone who's crossing their arms, turning away, or keeping their distance. Someone closed off isn't inviting engagement, but she is. Her body is giving off, I feel comfortable with you energy, even if her words haven't caught up yet. Here's another thing to watch for. If she picks a spot close to you, sits or stands closer than necessary, or constantly shifts within your line of sight, ding, 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 she's interested. Women do these things without even realizing. It's a natural way of attracting attention without being too obvious about it. Her body is doing the work, hoping you'll notice and make a move. Now, don't forget this part because it's crucial. When her body language makes her seem approachable and inviting, it's almost like she's handing you a green light. Most guys shrug it off as politeness or think it's just coincidence. Not you, you're smarter than that, right? Her body is already giving you the signal, so don't stand there waiting for a neon sign. Pro tip, the next time you notice her leaning in, uncrossing those arms, or standing a little too close, take action. Say something, start a conversation, or match her energy by leaning in just a bit yourself. The best part, once you notice the magnetized body shift, you'll never miss it again. But guess what? We're only getting started. The next clue isn't just a sign, it's practically a loudspeaker screaming that she's into you. 3. The "oh, we have so much in common" play. Guys, this one's gold because it's one of the easiest to spot. When she's trying to find ways to talk to you, she's going to start bringing up shared interests. Sports, music, TV shows, a favorite band. She's going to find something you both click on, and when she does, She'll use it to keep the conversation flowing. I like to call this the "oh, we have so much in common" play. Here's how it unfolds. She casually brings up something you've mentioned in passing before, like, "Oh, didn't you say you're a big fan of hiking? I've been thinking about going on a trail myself." Or she'll drop hints that she's into something you're clearly passionate about. Now, is she suddenly an expert on your favorite subject? Probably not, but she doesn't have to be. What matters is that opening. She's testing the waters to see if you're as excited to talk to her as she is to talk to you. Why does this work so well? Shared interests are like cheat codes in conversations. When she connects with you on something you already love, it's not just about the topic, it's about building a bond, showing you she's genuinely interested in what makes you tick. And, newsflash, it's not accidental. She's doing her homework on you, whether she's scrolling through your social media or paying close attention during group conversations. Here's where you come in. When she brings up a shared interest, don't just give her a generic response like, "yeah, I guess it's cool." No, go deeper. Engage with her. Find out what she likes about it. Share a story, a funny memory, or that wild fact you learned about your favorite topic. The more you build on this shared interest, the stronger the connection becomes. And here's the fun part. Once you start vibing over a shared topic, you'll notice her excitement grow. She'll lean in more, smile more, and start giving you those "tell me more" eyes. Why? Because she's not interested in talking about the weather or some generic small talk. She wants to bond over something real. She's saying, "Hey, look, we're already so in sync. How much cooler can this get?" If you spot this move, congratulations. You just unlock another level of mutual interest. It's her way of pulling you closer without having to spell it out. But don't get comfortable yet, because the next sign, oh man, it's an absolute game changer. You'll never see her in the same way again. Or the velvet voice transformation. All right, guys, here's a sign that you really need to tune into. And I mean literally tune in. Have you noticed her tone of voice changes when she talks to you? I'm not just talking about a different volume here. I'm talking about the velvet voice transformation. It's softer, warmer, almost like a gentle melody that plays just for you. Here's the kicker. She might not even realize she's doing it. Women naturally adjust their tone when they feel comfortable around someone or when they want to show a more nurturing side. Now, imagine this. She's chatting with a group of people. Her tone is upbeat, loud, casual. But then, when it's just the two of you, it's like someone hit the soft focus button on her voice. Everything slows down, her words are gentler, and suddenly, it feels like the rest of the world has disappeared. Why does this happen? Because her tone is her way of connecting with you on a deeper emotional level. It's a subconscious way she shows you that she feels safe, drawn to you, and maybe, just maybe, a little mesmerized. Think of it as her voice dropping all the walls, creating an intimate little cocoon for just the two of you. Sweet, right? But here's the fun part. While this shift is subtle, it's massive in meaning. Most guys brush this off thinking, "oh, maybe she's just tired," or "it's a coincidence." Nope. This is calculated, even if it's unconscious. She's drawing you in with her voice, like she's weaving a secret thread between you two that no one else can see. Pro tip: when you notice her tone softening around you, match her energy. Lower your voice a little too. This will create even more of that intimate vibe. Trust me, it's like letting her know you're picking up what she's putting down. She'll notice, and you'll see that smile of recognition creep onto her face. But hold on, there's still more to uncover, because the next sign ramps up the physical side of things. Stick with me. 5, the accidental, "oh, fancy seeing you here" move. Okay, walk with me on this one. Have you ever noticed that she always seems to randomly pop up wherever you are? One minute you're grabbing a coffee, and the next she's magically walking in the same direction. You're in the middle of the gym and poof, she's working out just a few treadmills away. Coincidence? Absolutely not. This is what I like to call the accidental, "oh, fancy seeing you here" move. Here's the thing, when a woman likes you, she's not gonna flat out say, "hey, I planned my entire route to run into you." But that's kind of what's happening behind the scenes. She's strategically placing herself in your vicinity, hoping for a spontaneous interaction. The water cooler? That's her new meeting spot. The side of the room where you're standing? It suddenly got a whole lot more interesting for her. Why does she do this? Because proximity equals opportunity. She's creating chances for you to notice her, talk to her, and maybe even make a move. But she's keeping it subtle enough to play it cool. That hallway she walked down at the same time as you? Yeah, she timed that. That extra trip to the kitchen when you were there, totally intentional. Here's where it gets fun. She's making it easy for you to approach her without taking on the pressure herself. It's practically an invitation, and the beauty of it, she can play it off as pure coincidence. Oh, I was just headed this way anyway. Sure you were, girl, sure you were. The next time you notice her conveniently being where you are, don't just think it's luck. Take it as the opportunity it's meant to be. Strike up a conversation, crack a little joke, or just flash a smile and a hey. She's already putting herself in the right spots. Now it's your turn to show her she didn't waste her effort. And speaking of effort, the next sign, oh boy, it's all about mirroring. This one's a wild card and it's game-changing. Keep watching. 6, the human mirror effect. All right, brace yourself for this one because it's sneaky, subtle, and totally her thing. Have you ever noticed that she starts mirroring your movements, your tone, or even your words? Like if you take a sip of your drink, she takes one right after. Or the way you laugh, she starts mimicking it. This phenomenon is what I call the human mirror effect. Here's the fun part. This isn't some elaborate trick, it's actually a subconscious behavior. When someone feels connected to you, they naturally start copying your habits. It's their brain's way of saying, hey, we're in sync. And when a woman starts doing this, oh, she's not just into the chat, she's feeling connected to you on a much deeper emotional level. Now, here's how it looks in action. You kick back and cross your arms. A minute later, so does she. You lean forward when talking, and suddenly, she's leaning in closer too. You drop a funny little phrase you always use, and bam, she's tossing it back at you like it was her idea. But why does she do this? Because mirroring builds rapport and creates a sense of we're on the same wavelength. It's her brain's way of fostering a bond with you, and the wild part is, she probably doesn't even realize she's doing it. Here's how you can play into this. Once you notice the mirroring, test it out. Do something small, like lean slightly to one side, touch your chin, or use a unique hand gesture while talking. If she starts mimicking, bingo, you've just confirmed the connection. It's your proof that she's vibing with you big time. And it doesn't stop there. Beyond actions, the mirroring can show up in her energy too. If you're upbeat and animated, she'll start matching that. If you're calm and thoughtful, she'll tone herself down to meet your level. It's a dance if she's following your lead. Remember, the human mirror effect isn't just about her trying to copy your style. It's a profound signal that she's not just listening to your words, but fully engaging with your energy. This one's a total game changer. Trust me, once you spot it, you'll never see interactions the same way again. Understanding these subtle signs can completely shift the way you connect and communicate. Women may not always admit their interest outright, but by recognizing these cues, you can take the guesswork out of interactions. Pay attention, stay confident, and remember that meaningful connections are built on mutual energy and understanding. With these insights, you'll be ahead of the game and ready to truly engage.